Christmas for some is a joyous time. Christmas for some is a sad time. And I remembered 6 years ago, around Christmas time, my father had a massive stroke and died on December 11th. We buried him on Christmas Eve.
We have been empowered to care. We've gone to countries and done things we never thought we would do.
That's what we can do. It's not about us.
Yeah.
And so many times we don't think about the others. We don't think about family. And we don't think about that relationship, God being among us in the family. Welcome to Keep It Real TV. This is our Christmas program, and we are so glad that you have joined us. Don't you touch that dial. We want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays to all of our viewers in the various nations that will be looking at this program on YouTube. I am your host, Dr. Keith Rolle, and
She's back, says to Joy OSUEKE.
all right,
Yeah,
so just speak up in the mic a little bit. And then we have our co-hosts, Brian and Angelique Bartholomew, and they can give a greeting as well. All right, so we wanted to just make sure that the four of us, like we did last year, close out this program. After this year, next Sunday, we will no longer be doing weekly episodes on YouTube. We will only do the live once a month with Winning World as well as on YouTube. So we'll let you know when the first live program will be. We want to thank our sponsor. Without our sponsors, this program will not be made possible. We want to thank Reverend Prof. Soon to be Dr. Gerald Harrison. There's his brand, his contact information. He's doing a phenomenal work there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Pastor Gerald, you still owe Joy and I a dinner. We didn't see you when we were up in Tulsa, and so we want to thank you for your sponsorship. Today's topic, episode number 94. Can you believe it? 94 episodes in 2 years. We've been doing this. Reasons to give joy and goodwill at Christmas time. Well, Christmas for some is a joyous time. Christmas for some is a sad time. And I remembered 6 years ago, around Christmas time, my father had a massive stroke and died on December 11th. We buried him on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And that was one of the hardest days. You know, death is inevitable. It's appointed unto man once to die. And then also, my mom last year, around the 3rd of December, had a massive stroke. And I was panicky. It's not that I didn't have faith. And they said she couldn't talk. And I remember we had the Great House on. They did that Christmas musical. She prayed. The doctor said she could not talk. And 2 days later, a miracle happened. Christmas is a time of miracle. And especially this time of the year, no matter what a person may be going through, we have reason to give joy and goodwill. Today we're going to talk about what we did, the Royal Ambassadors, along with our co-hosts, last Sunday, underneath the bridge here in H-Town. Fed 200 and some odd homeless and vets. So before we show the pictures, we want to just talk about the Empowered to Care. Lady Joy has an annual gala. All of us, we were all dapper and decked out. That will be Sister Joy's Empowered to Care. There it is. Let's talk about those pictures right quick. There's Angelique with one of the presidential honorees. We had some ambassadors down.
The first picture are the moderators, Ambassador Nadine and Belinda And then that's you and Imelda, and some of the honorees. That's Dr. Zumba and Angelique, and you, and Charissa, she corrected us, her name is Charissa. And some of the ambassadors from United Nations and some of them from here.
All right, every year you
So
do
we
this,
do
but
that.
this year's team was Empowered to Care.
Mhm.
And so why did you come up with that theme during this time of the year?
That's the thing. You know, every year we don't just get a theme. We pray and ask God, what do you want us to be the theme? And it just came. We have been empowered to care. We've gone to countries and done things we never thought we would do. You know, they know me, I'm not braggadocious. If you see what we are doing, especially in Nigeria, Uganda, we have orphanages we are sponsoring, we have students we are sponsoring, we have college, both university people we are sponsoring. And if you look at the picture of that magazine, you see many things we've done so far. I don't like to post some of these things because it's so overwhelming. Like now, we have empowered about 200 widows in Lagos. We have about 600 in Owerri waiting. So I have been busy trying to package their stuff, what they're going to do. We empower them. We give them money for businesses. So for example, microfinancing. We don't believe, we tell them, hey, do something. So they have given us their budget, some of them 200,000 naira, 300,000 naira. We just give it to them and then we monitor what they're doing. We have somebody that's assessing them. So assessing what they do. And then in Uganda, that orphanage, the restroom is horrible. It smells so bad. And it's a pit toilet. So the Lord led it to my heart to start looking for them to see how they can get a water system. So there are so many countries with so many needs. So it's not a time for waste.
And your model and your brand is touching lives, showing
love. And you know, yeah, that's what we've done for 23 years. I mean, everybody say, how do you do it? I say it has to be God. 23 years of, they were even naming all the countries we've been. And so my team, we are not too many, we are so focused on what we are doing. So our top work was Empowered to Care. And this year, God bless us with a young man that is in Qatar, that is very good in, what they call it, social media. And he's the one that prints out everything, sends pictures. Today, they just sent me about almost 100 and something pictures, professional pictures, which we are going to look and send to people. So we are working together. Even next year, we started planning already.
You all were present
Yes.
there at the gala as well. What was your takeaway and what was your the atmosphere was filled with festivity and food, and the message was powerful.
Yes.
About the Good Samaritan, and we should be Good Samaritan.
I think it was very spiritual, as you were saying. The message, it was powerful. It was like a ministry and a service all at once, you know, and it was very festive. Dr. Monroe's daughter, Charissa, also spoke, and she had a powerful, powerful message, made everyone in the room just really think. But just the many things that the foundation is doing is just remarkable. So it was just a blessing to be in that room around so many people that care and actually giving back around the globe.
Angelique.
It was just an honor, Dr. K, Sister Joy, to participate and engage with various ambassadors and the program with regard to the messaging around the foundation. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was honored to be amongst really the excellencies and presence that you had from officials and people from around the globe. So it was an honor.
You stood with one of the presidential honorees, and I don't know if that was a gold medal Pastor Victor received, but this is the second year that you did that. What made you bring that dimension into the gala where you wanted to honor these people with the presidential award?
You know, that's why I tell people, I just don't do anything because I want to. I have a time with God. Last year, I was just before him in the living room, and then I had honor my people. I go honor my people. And I know when God speaks, and then he gave me the passage, I think 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 30. Far be it that I will not honor those that honor me. So a week after that, I got a call from one of the presidential awardees. He said, Sister Joy, you can't believe, I just had this impression that your ministry have done so much. I read about you. I want you to start giving the presidential award. I started laughing. I said, what made you do that? I said, no, honor some of these women that are working so hard, some people in the community. That's how it started. That's why I'm telling people, it wasn't a part of it. I said, I laughed. I said, that is God that spoke to you. So some people do this, they go where they get presidential award, they'll charge maybe 2,000, 3,000. And I say, God, how do I do? He said, don't charge them. Let them come. Just give it as of your will. They just pay the processing fee. So now everybody is looking for it. I said, no, freely.
That's not how it comes about.
That's how it comes about. It's
You
not
have to
many
go-
awards now. These
Yeah.
days, people are actually
Actually
paying
looking for,
them.
yeah.
You're paying or you're asked to pay
Yeah.
to receive the honor or to receive the
Exactly.
award. So that's
So,
a true
so
honor.
they are so thrilled. So when I started looking into the community, first of all, the Ministry of Care members that have worked so hard got last year. So this year, I started looking in the community. People think I'll call them. So I was just looking, and the Holy Spirit said this. Even Dr. DL, if you see what that man does, he's in
Yes.
Atlanta. If you read his bio, he does so much with schools here. He goes to men, young men. He's a mentor in Atlanta. African Christian Fellowship has been their president and vice board for so many years. For him even to fly here, people were screaming. So he came and we honored them, about 16 of them. And
15.
I'm so glad we honored them because,
I just wanted to take a picture with them. That's
yeah,
Mm.
we had
amazing.
their picture just came out, and all of them were in awe. Some of them don't even know that they were watching them. Now, many
Wow.
people are coming, oh, sister, just say, no, I don't go that year. If I'm doing it again next year, I'll ask the Lord, who am I going? Is it going to be continental? I'm not, within states, and then we start getting them. We already booked the place. We already start planning. We have a woman already, I told you, that was in jail for 6 years. God turned her life around. If you need to hear her story, so she's coming.
Well,
so that's how people.
You also choreographed the program, and it's not a cookie cutter. And so it's Angelique and Brian was talking about there was a spiritual dimension to it as well as kingdom. And so so many people think that, like you say, they can buy the presidential award. It goes through a vetting process. There's an office in the White House. And all of the submission, you bounce some people off on me, and I said they meet the criteria. Because if they don't meet the criterion, they don't get it.
It's a big deal.
It's a big
deal.
yeah,
And Dr. Otta being here previously, it was just a real honor. I mean, I was really respectful.
And then the lady
of the
from
people.
Bermuda?
Yes.
And two
Okay.
more
Yes.
people have called that they want to come next year.
It
One
was
of them,
great.
Yeah. And
So all I'm saying is
these
that you have to
these
end
are peace ambassadors. I'm a peace ambassador.
Yeah.
You've been vetted, and you were vetted, and now you went through the training. You're a peace ambassador. We had you on the stage. Put up the last picture with all of the awardees. I want everybody that's out there in YouTube land. There was those are the patrons.
These
You
are the
honored
patrons that
you
prayed for
honored
us
the patrons.
For 23 years, these men have been praying for us every month.
Wow.
They stay on there, they meet in a church and they pray every month for Ministry of Care. So this year the Lord said honor them.
Okay.
These are them and their wife.
All right.
We honor
Well, we
them.
bless God for them. All right, now we're going to shift from, so what you were able to do was to empower as well as to care. And that's your way and your reason to give at Christmas time. What's your reason for giving?
Wow, just being grateful. I mean, it's a time for reflection. For me, Christmas is a time of reflection. Constantly throughout the year, we're so busy, we're doing this, that, and the other, we sometimes forget just how blessed we are and all what we have. And as you mentioned, oftentimes around the holiday season, people get maybe down or depressed or something like that because they feel the pressures of the holidays. But if you take time to really sit back and reflect on what you do have instead of what you don't have, then you realize that God has really given you a whole lot. And it makes it easy to be grateful and to be thankful.
Angelique?
I think that this year particularly for me was more about really just recognizing God's hand in my life or in our life as a family. Because certain things and dynamics that changed for us in terms of relationship, family dynamics, family healing, family changes, it could only be God that brought about the dynamics of what our family experienced this year. It wasn't material. I mean, although we were extremely blessed, I mean, we're beyond blessed. But everything that happened this year, I think, was like spiritual repair in our family dynamics, in our marriage. It was relational, like God saying, I'm going to change this around.
There are scriptures, God so loved the world, if we can put up John 3:16, that he gave his only begotten son. And so many times we get into the mechanics of gift giving.
Yes.
That we miss
Yes.
the essence of
Message.
relationship.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
All right?
Yes.
That whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
Yeah.
And then in Matthew, it talks about, it's verse 1 and 23 says that you shall, Joseph had a dream, and you shall call his name Jesus.
You conceive.
The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, which means God with us. And so many times we miss that.
Absolutely.
That we feel like when we're going through death, there were some people, and I'll share with you what I did this Christmas, not to boast or brag. One of Joy's cousins' wife went to the hospital. We don't know what all happened, but it was very serious, and she shared it with me, and I had to use the money for something else, but the Spirit of the Lord said, give this to Joy to send to them.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the money, and he called, and he was crying. And then one of the men that were on the men's Chevette, father had a stroke. And I guess I was so passionate with that because both my father and mother had a stroke. And I said, well, what's happening? His father and his uncle are the last two of 17 kids. And said, I don't have no money, Dr. K, to get there. And I called a friend, and I said, hey, our friend needs help. And we pooled our money together and sent it today. And on this viewing, he was able to drive from Georgia to go to see his father that had a massive stroke.
Wow.
So that's what we can do. It's not
Yes.
about us.
Yeah.
And so many times we don't think about the others. We don't think about family. And we don't think about that relationship, God being among us in the family. Let's put up the group picture now on Sunday, December 15th, Royal Ambassadors. We had planned, you helped orchestrated that.
That was a
The
phenomenal
group picture.
event.
Yeah, it was.
Let's put the group picture up first. That's some of the things we did. The group picture, the first one you had up, there it is. We had about 17 volunteers. Your family was there,
Yes.
your children, and you and Angelique. And then the lady in the middle there is Miss Rosemary Tucker. She had this vision to feed the homeless. We fed over 250 homeless people, and some of them are vets.
Yes.
Which was your takeaway? Let's start with you, Angelique.
For the most part, number one, I was just honored that Brian had taken on being the chair with you, Dr. K, to go out in the streets. And I literally made my post taking it to the streets. And that was because it literally was about going to the people and providing for them. The fact that she takes the time through the Hoodies Healing organization, to prepare a hot meal was absolutely amazing. We made our kids commit to doing that. The service was unbelievable. We had a great time, Sister and Joy and I, laughing about the kids
Everyone
being
had a
involved.
great time.
Everybody serving, and you guys just really making a difference. I think it was a great example also for you and Brian, Dr. K, to greet the men and to have the men feel welcome. So that's what I noticed.
We also give out gifts. We had people on the drink table. There's Miss Rosemary. She cooks the food hot every Sunday morning. There we are setting up.
Amazing.
And I think and there's some of the homeless men in the top right-hand corner, your left as you're looking at it. And so we go out there. This was my second time. We sponsor it, Royal Ambassadors, and we budget for it. So many times people think, oh, well, we need to just contact Dr. Rolle. We have to budget. You're the board
Absolutely.
chair.
Absolutely.
And we just don't have money falling out the sky. So I want to take this time to thank all of our sponsors for our Operation Christmas Blessing. It'll be coming out in the newsletter, the pictures and everything. For me, the reason and ways that I can give, there it is. We had some of the TSU students. There I am serving the meat. We had salad and tacos and some of the Texas Southern University. In fact, the young man there We all wear masks and gloves, and they were so delighted.
I will
Go
tell
ahead.
you. I will tell you. I mean, this was amazing for me. I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, from the moment we got there, first of all, Hoodies for Healing was so organized. It was like bam, bam, bam,
Yes.
set up. And even my son, 16, said, hey, this is great. I mean,
Praise
we
God.
set up in no time at all. Everything was ready to go. But what I noticed was speaking and just saying hello to each and every one as they went through the line. You know what the number one response was? I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Thank you so much
For
for
doing
doing this. 95% of the people said that over and over and over. And you know, you would think these are people that have no homes, that are living under the bridge, you know, don't know where their next meal is, worried about safety, family, etc. But they are still saying that they are blessed. How blessed are we? How blessed are you? I had to stop and reflect. It was profound. And they had a big smile on their face. They were laughing and they were overjoyed. I remember Wendy, I remember 2 Jameses, and there were several other people. It was just amazing. So, you know what? We're going to do that at least once a quarter.
Yeah, I think
I
next
agree.
Thanksgiving. What was your takeaway?
I agree. I wrote on my page, we always talk about church. Sometimes they will not go to church. And I said, the Lord asked us to take, we took the church to the marketplace.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And I saw not only one ethnicity, they were all there.
Yes.
Yes,
Black,
yes.
white, young.
Even Asians were out.
Asians.
Asians,
Yes.
homeless on the
And
street.
I told them we took off our judgment cap and we
Yes.
left at home.
Absolutely.
I don't want to know why they are there. I don't know because you don't know. So don't judge because they may draw.
Absolutely.
But I saw that even some of the homeless men, I even heard, I don't call them that, was behind helping, packing up
Yes.
the trash.
Yes, they
Everybody
were.
was busy and the joy was overwhelming.
Yes.
But that is
My
the-
life was changed. I said, my God. So the marketplace church is taking to Jesus. Jesus would
In
do
the
that.
streets, taking
And
it to the
To
streets.
the love. Some of them I hugged. And when I wanted to put on, he said, put that mask down. You know, I wasn't wrong. He said, put it down so you can love them. I said, one man, I said, are you okay? He said, this is overwhelming that you all will come to show us love. Isn't that what Jesus
Yes,
did?
absolutely.
So I can say I didn't go to
Several
church,
of
but we
them-
went to church. That
Yes.
was church.
Several of the guys, as they came by and we started talking back and forth, were actually preaching the word.
Yes.
You know.
And we had
And-
Christian music out
Yeah.
there. The only thing I felt
was
was missing.
transformative. It was amazing.
It was good and also impactful.
Yes.
I feel like we're not trying to take over anything. Maybe we can, in the future, incorporate giving a little inspirational message
Yes.
to them. A lot of them, they have fallen on hard times. They are
Exactly.
skillful. I talked to a guy that was in hotel management. I said, how did you end up here? He said, I got sick. I didn't have insurance. And then I ended up moving from Philadelphia to come to H-Town. Wow. And I want to thank all of the volunteers. We had professional people out there. And,
their
Ram,
time.
Rolle Ambassadors, we are doing great thing. Okay, now, what are you going to do this Christmas? I know you have family coming in. Last year, you went to Massachusetts or Connecticut? Which one?
Boston.
Boston,
Yes, we went to
Massachusetts.
Boston. Our son hosted the whole family at his apartment in Boston, and that was amazing. First time, his wife and I, and she was pregnant at the time.
So you have a welcome to the grandparents fraternity
yes,
and club.
Yes, yes. In fact, today, after we leave this recording, we are going to pick up our grandbaby. Forget son and wife.
Okay, and it's a
grandbaby.
girl. It was a
It's
girl. It's a girl,
granddaughter.
okay.
Yes. So this year everybody is coming to the house here, and Mom has been working all week, full preparations. I've been taking care of the outside. She's handling the inside.
In fact, you couldn't
and
go
it's
to the
making it happen.
game. We had
That's
a
right.
Texas to the Texan game.
And I said,
Joy
"What?"
didn't want to go.
I didn't
and,
wanna go.
we gave it to Dan. Dan,
he had a-
we had a
Wow.
wonderful
He
time.
deserved it.
Well, it's not that. But if you can put up 1 John 3:16, we know that God so loved the world, and it's all when it comes down to it, it's about Jesus. He's the reason for the
Jesus is
season.
the reason for
And
the
it's
season.
it's nothing like bringing joy. This is how we know what love is.
Yes.
Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and
And our
sisters.
sisters.
Yes.
All right, give us a 1-minute message at Christmas. Look at that camera there, and if you can zoom the camera on Angelique as she gives this message, please.
I would just say, make sure that you share love with everyone that you meet, everyone that you greet, and believe that God can heal any relationship that exists here on the earth. God can put his hand into that situation or circumstance and turn it completely around.
All
Believe
right.
that.
Brian?
The message is love. And you know what? It's as simple as giving a smile. Sometimes we say, I don't have something to give. I don't know what to give. What can I do? You can smile and make somebody smile, and that makes their day. So this time of year, that's the least you can do, is share love.
All right, Joy.
This season, I know most of us will be happy and jolly, but my mind goes to people that have lost their loved ones, grieving. So you may be grieving. I say, what is it for? There's nothing to be joyful about. But remember that Jesus can be with you. Jesus can heal you. So we want to pray for you and with you and tell you that you may be grieving. I have a friend that lost 3 family members. So what is the reason for Christmas? Just know that Jesus loves you.
All right, my message to you is to serve. Serve the outcast. Serve those that cannot do something for you. All of Royal Ambassadors, people that serve us, even some of our big donors, we give them gifts. Dan Marino said, take care of the hands that take care of you. To serve is to honor this Christmas. All right, if you could put up Brian and Angelique information. So if you would like to contact them, and then we'll close this program, waiting for their social media contact. All right, there's that ambassador, Intuitive Global Consulting. There's her Facebook, Twitter, as well as her Instagram. All right, then Mr. B, Brian, he's the real estate man, and there's his information. Joy, they didn't make your information in time, so tell us how they can contact you.
Just go to Facebook, MOC Missions. We are working on that social media, media angle, but we focus on Facebook because most of the people, that's the
And it's what? MOC?
MOC Missions.
MOC Missions on Facebook.
Yes.
All right.
That's how most of them contact us. We can reach them all over the world through that media.
Okay, so go to her Facebook, and then yours truly, Dr. K. My contact information, Mr. Ambassador, that's royalambassador.org. And next year we're going to do health screening. I'm going to partner with some people in H-Town and San Antonio. And then also we're on Keep It Real, only going to do our live. And there's our office number, as well as the Keep It Real number, as well as you can email us your comment. All right, you can put up our picture, then we're going to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holiday.
Yes.
There it is, Keep It Real. I love that picture. Who is that? I don't want to use the word S. You know what I'm talking about, that foxy mama there. Okay, on the count of 3, let's look at our cameras and let's wish the people Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Enjoy.
Happy
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. All right, well, from our house to your house, Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you very much. Same to you.
Honey, this ain't good.
Ah!
So we're trying to lose weight on this Christmas, but thank you so much. Oh, God.
Oh, no,
Enjoy.
a little at a time.
Oh,
Good.
please, that's nothing.
Well, we can serve this to our guests.
I love chocolate.
Okay, life is like a box of chocolate,
chocolates.
according to Forrest Gump.
Exactly.
You can't have none of my chocolate. Okay, well, thank you very
Thank you
much,
so much.
and enjoy your family.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
All
you.
right.
Amen. Blessing.
Jesus is the reason for the season.
Okay,
That's
Jesus
what
is
I
the
want
reason.
For the season,
Okay,
yeah.
as we close, Jesus, born as a baby, preached as a child, killed as a man, arose as a victor, and he's coming back
As a
as
king.
the soon coming king.
Amen.
You have
Amen.
a Merry Christmas
God
during
bless you.
this holiday season. God bless you.
Amen.
Keep it real.